And warm and dry this evening across West Alabama. Look at that local forecast here in just a few minutes.
And there's a new worker retention program in Tuscaloosa. We'll tell you how it can benefit our area and the state of Alabama.
Jasper residents are mourning the loss of Mayor David O'Mary. WVUA 23 News starts right now.
This is WVUA 23 News.
And we're glad you're with us tonight. I'm Jabari Pruitt. In tonight's top story, it comes out of Walker County. Jasper Mayor David O'Mary passed away yesterday afternoon. He had been mayor since 2016. WVUA 23's Paisley Roberts spent the day in Jasper to tell us how much the mayor was loved.
Community members were shocked when they heard the news of O'Mary's passing. State Representative for District 13, Matt Woods, said he thinks the mayor set up Jasper for success that will continue.
The city is enjoying the best financial status that it has had in the history of Jasper, and that's a credit to his leadership and his financial acumen. He's a great financial mind and led and budgeted in a way that put Jasper in a position to really prosper in the future.
Woods says he knew the mayor had some health concerns the last couple of months, but no one expected it would lead to this. O'Mary worked with Woods on many programs and organizations to improve the quality of life for everyone in Jasper, and Woods says the mayor loved his job and took pride in everything he did. Chamber of Commerce President Linda Lewis shared this quote with me to describe the kind of person that the mayor was. The quote says, "A superior man is modest in his speech and exceeds in his actions." Lewis worked closely with the mayor and considered him a friend. She says O'Mary was present in every moment, even if he was just sitting in a meeting.
He was truly a leader of the Jasper community, and I'll tell you, he was the glue that kept us all together. This man will truly be missed. He was a leader in all form and fashion.
Another community member says the news was unexpected, and she is going to pray for our community as they go through this tough time.
To me, Mayor O'Mary's legacy is that he left Jasper better than he found it. He took Jasper from a place that was good and made it better, and laid a groundwork and a foundation to build on for the future.
Local in Jasper, Paisley Roberts, WVUA 23 News.
Now, funeral arrangements have not yet been released. Well, authorities have released the name of a pedestrian who was struck and killed on I-65 in Birmingham. The victim has been identified as 38-year-old Jonathan Keith Belcher of Woodstock. The coroner says Belcher was crossing the interstate when he was hit by a vehicle just after 3 a.m. He died at the scene. The driver of the vehicle remained at the scene and reported the crash to police. Well, turning attention now to the weather. Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott is here. And Richard, how long will we see this nice weather going into the end of the week since it's homecoming week?
Jabari, for University of Alabama, absolutely homecoming week. Got some great looking weather. A little warm out there. Got 82 in Tuscaloosa, 81 currently in Birmingham. In the satellite radar, no clouds out there at all across central Alabama. Here's our forecast tonight. We'll drop into low 60s by 10, some 50s back of the map towards 1 a.m. just after midnight. And our Thursday forecast, another very warm day. Mid-50s at daybreak. We end up in the mid-80s by mid-afternoon. We'll look at that weekend forecast and game day here in just a few minutes. Jabari?
Richard, thank you. An extension of the Fuel Alabama program is aiming to keep students who graduate from here in the area. WVUA 23 Jocelyn Malave joins us live to explain this new Tuscaloosa development. Jocelyn, good evening.
Hi, Jabari. The new extension is called Anchor Tuscaloosa, and its goal is to convince students to stay and work in Tuscaloosa after graduation.
This new program will be used to demonstrate why Tuscaloosa County and Alabama is a great place to live and why it works for students who are getting ready to start their young professional lives. It consists of 3 key parts: professional, social, and service development and opportunities.
Connecting them to other people who are young professionals that decided to stay in Tuscaloosa, giving them an idea of what it's like to live and work here. You know, a lot of times when you think of a college town, you think that, and certainly in some cases the college or university does dominate, but there are a number of things that are appealing about this community for young professionals.
It's designed to expose college students to what life is like in the community as young professionals and help them build their careers and expand their networks. Many rising students come to Alabama for 4 years to earn their bachelor's degree, but they move elsewhere once they've done that.
Each year, the students get more and more impressive. And so if we want to grow the economy, grow the community, we certainly want to keep as much talent as we can. You know, we certainly understand the attraction of larger cities. But, you know, students have chosen to come to Tuscaloosa already for one reason or another. And now it's our job to try to keep those very talented and impressive young people here after they graduate.
This opportunity is available for undergraduate and graduate students from the University of Alabama, Stillman College, and Shelton State Community College who have completed at least 30 credit hours before December 31st, 2024.
Applications will be accepted from October 22nd to December 1st. Those who are accepted into the program will be notified by December 20th. Jabari.
Jocelyn, thank you. Stillman College has announced they are officially partners with the Saban Center. Stillman joins Shelton State Community College and the University of Alabama as strategic problematic partners. The goal of this partnership is to promote STEM and art education through our state. Stillman administrators say they believe this is a great educational opportunity for students, and they're excited to impact future generations. Well, the Tuscaloosa Fine Arts Academy at Bryan High School needs your vote. They are one of 6 finalists in the AASB's 2024 Annual Convention Entertainment Contest. Voting ends Wednesday, October 30th at 5 p.m. The winner will perform at the convention in Montgomery, December 5th through the 7th. For the link to vote, visit our website, WVUA23news.com. Well, the State Board of Veterans Affairs has appointed a new interim commissioner for the Alabama Department of Veterans Affairs. Retired Brigadier General Jeffrey L. Fig Newton was named interim commissioner during the October 10th board meeting. Now, he served as assistant commissioner for operations and chief of staff for the Department of Veterans Affairs since February of 2021. Well, the Northwood Police Department is hosting a fall festival tomorrow for the community to enjoy. The festival will be at Kentuck Park from 5:30 to 8 p.m. Now, children and families can enjoy bounce houses, trick-or-treating, hay rides, costume contest, and food trucks. Now, there will also be drawings for door prizes. The Fall Festival is a yearly event for the department to build relationships with the community.
This is an annual thing that we've been doing for the past 5 or 6 years, to where we do a fall festival at Kentuck Park. We'll have food trucks, vendors of that nature. We'll also have people doing trunk or treat there in the park, and it's something that we just like to do for the community, and especially for the kids, to have a good time and to make those connections with the community.
The festival gives the community the chance to interact with officers in non-confrontational setting. Carpenter says last year they saw close to 6,000 participants and expect the same this year, if not more. Well, Saturday is National Drug Take Back Day. Now, there are several locations throughout the state, including our area, where you can drop off unused or unwanted prescription drugs. The goal is to provide a safe way to dispose of old drugs and prevent them from getting into the wrong hands. Now, you can check the DEA website at takebackday.dea.gov to find drop-off locations near you. Well, it's homecoming week at the University of Alabama. What events are planned for the rest of the week of celebrations? And the 83rd Magic City Classic is this weekend in Birmingham. We'll have details on road closures and how much more when we return. Well, this is homecoming week for the University of Alabama. Today's feature event is the flag football game, and tomorrow's event is at 6. It's the choreo competition at the Coleman Coliseum. Now, the homecoming pep rally will begin at 6:30 Friday with a bonfire taking place afterwards. The 8 o'clock Greek step show at Coleman Coliseum will end campus events for the night. Now, roads around campus will shut down Saturday morning at 9 a.m. at the parade, and it will begin at 10 a.m. Now, gates open at 12:30, and kickoff for the game is at 2:30 p.m. versus Missouri. And the 83rd Magic City Classic is this Saturday at Legion Field in Birmingham, and roads will be closed that day to accommodate traffic. And the 8 a.m. Magic City Classic Parade, now gates will open at 12:30 that afternoon, and kickoff is at 2:30. Now shuttles will stop running at 2 hours after the game time. Now, for more information, visit MagicCityClassic.com. In today's Health Matters, we learn about doctors who specialize in the health of older adults and what age you should make the switch.
Hello, I'm Dr. Richard Friend, Dean of the College of Community Health Sciences. The U.S. Census Bureau tells us that by the year 2030, we'll have more patients over 65 than we do children. Dr. Ann Holly Tierney is the geriatrician here at University Medical Center. She will tell us about your first visit with a geriatrician.
A geriatrician is in simplest terms, somebody who takes care of older adults. A lot of people also ask me, do I qualify? Am I in your age range? And what I usually tell people is that there are two ways to be old, per se. First, there's your chronological age, which is how many times pretty much you've gone around the sun, your years. And there's also physiologic age, which is the number of diseases and level of functioning that you might have.
You can see today's entire interview by visiting our website at umc.ua.edu. Thank you for visiting Health Matters. We look forward to seeing you next time. I'm Dr. Richard Friend.
And warm weather in the forecast coming up, some upper 80s this week. More details on this and look at your weekend after the break. Hear my forecast every day on 96.1 The Blessing. And the day's getting shorter and shorter. Still got a nice end to the day. This is a live view from Gulf Shores, Alabama. And hey, what a pretty end to the day. Our midweek got lots of sunshine down there. If you are beach bound over the next several days, it is going to be mighty warm down along the Gulf Coast region, feeling more like summer type of weather. Let's go over to our Demopolis camera. This is over North Marengo County, looking off towards the northwest. And that is a big river bend in the Tombigbee River there. The Black Warrior empties in the Tombigbee at the top of your screen there. Temperature of 84 currently Demopolis now. And from Bryant-Denny Stadium here in Tuscaloosa, another pretty afternoon, but quite warm. Currently low 80s at 82 here in the Tuscaloosa area. With that clear sky, there's no rain and no chance for rain for quite some time. Doppler radar nice and quiet. 70s already for Haleyville and Coleman. Birmingham reporting 81 and Talladega reporting 81 as well. And put on the satellite, there's just no cloud cover at all. Really allowing temperatures to warm up pretty quickly during the daytime. And just like clockwork, once the sun goes down, we'll cool off pretty quickly, but dew points beginning to come up a little bit, so not as much of a drop-off. 62 at 10, 58 at 1 a.m. just after midnight. We'll zoom you into Hale County. Check out the neighborhood forecast for tonight. 54 down to Sawyerville, Harper Hill area 56, Greensboro 56 with a clear sky for tonight. And again, tomorrow morning for the kiddos heading to the bus stop, we've got mid-50s, kind of a fairly cool start to the day. We warm up quickly, already up to 80 by lunch tomorrow, 85 by mid-afternoon. Hey, we need the rain badly. There is no rain in sight, at least not a lot of rainfall. Drought moderate continues to show drought conditions across our area. And look at the rain projection over the next 7 days. There is a small chance for a brief shower on Sunday. In terms of rain amounts, hardly anything at all. Most of you not getting any rain on Sunday. If you get a shower, not going to really amount to a lot. It's pretty hot across southern tier of the country, 90s and 80s in Texas, Oklahoma, even in Arkansas. It's some cool air up north. We'll watch that carefully, but our local forecast here will feature the very warm weather through Friday and Saturday. A little bit of a drop by Sunday and Monday, closer to average, but still above that. So high school football coming up Friday night, 7 o'clock, 72. Perfect weather for those local games, 69, halftime mid-60s, wrapping up those local high school games. And Bama taking on Missouri at Bryant-Denny Stadium for the homecoming game. We got 2:30 kickoff, 85. Hey, it's going to be a warm late October game. Auburn takes on Kentucky. That is a late evening game. Look for temperatures in Lexington, 6:45 kickoff at 59. 50 at the end of the game. And Mississippi State Bulldogs over in Starkville, they are taking on Arkansas. That's an 11:45 a.m. kickoff. We're looking at temperatures in the mid-70s for that game. Forecast tonight, low around 55, clear and nice. Tomorrow up to 85, sunny and very warm. So here's our forecast. We'll continue with those middle to upper 80s. Let's go into Friday, Saturday. A little bit of a drop on Sunday, but still quite mild with low 80s expected at that point. In terms of rain chances, it's not overly likely on Sunday. There could be a brief shower or two, but then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, dry weather returns. And Jabari, I've had this question hundreds of times. Is it going to rain? When is it going to rain again? I don't see any sign of a major rain for the next 10, maybe 12 days. So as we get in November, usually things get wet again.
And I like that because, you know, all I see are 50s, lows, and stuff like that. We don't need rain on top of that.
Well, we need some rain to help us out in terms of wildfire danger. Watching that, but you're right. The nice sunshine for the weekend coming up. Got Alabama homecoming game.
Yes.
So great news for that. We're looking good.
All right, Richard, thank you. Well, Stu McCann in tonight for Gary Harris with a look at what's coming up in sports. Stu, good evening.
Hey, Jabari. Hey, Richard. Coming up in sports, Missouri will not have its top running back for the showdown with Alabama. More on that. And wide receivers coach Jamarcus Shepard clears the air on the idea Ryan Williams was being targeted intentionally against Tennessee. Hear that next. Expectations for Nate Oates and the Alabama Crimson Tide have never been higher. It's ranked number 2 in the preseason USA Today coaches poll, trailing only Kansas. The top 4 is identical to last week's AP poll. Jayhawks and Tide, followed by Connecticut at number 3 and Houston at 4. Alabama and Houston play on November 26th in the Players Era Festival Tournament in Las Vegas. That should be a really fun game. Good evening, I'm Stu McCann filling in for Gary Harris. Missouri will not have his leading rusher, Nate Noel, when it takes on the Tide this Saturday. Noel suffered a foot injury in last week's win over Auburn. He is the Tigers' leading rusher with over 500 yards, but the guy who's taken his place, running back Marcus Carroll, leads Missouri with 6 touchdowns this season, so another good back. Alabama wide receivers coach Jamarcus Shepard is pushing back at the notion the game plan against Tennessee was feed Ryan Williams. Against the Vols, Williams was targeted 19 times. To put that into perspective, that is only 7 less than the rest of the pass catchers combined. When asked about that disparity, Shepard's message was clear. The ball was going where it was supposed to be going.
So I'm gonna be clear, Milroe did not force the ball anywhere. We're not forcing it anywhere. So let's change that narrative right now, okay? That did not happen, okay? All right, the young man just has to continue to fight and continue to use great technique to be able to find ways to get even more separation. Again, watch the tape. You gotta watch all the tape. You just can't watch the plays that you feel excited about watching. You gotta watch them all. He created separation on a number of different plays, but it just depends on, hey, is he the front side of the read, the back side of the read on certain plays? And so that's what it really comes down to. And the kid did a great job of finding ways to separate against the defenders throughout the game.
Bryce Young is back in the starting role for the Carolina Panthers, who are on the road at Denver on Sunday. The move back to Young comes after starter Andy Dalton suffered a sprained thumb in a car crash on Tuesday. It's been a roller coaster season. Young started the first 2 weeks, was benched the last 5, and now he's back in. Girls flag football last night. Central traveled to Northridge. This is a showdown. Both teams struggled a little bit to get their offenses going early. Then it's Central who got something, lightning in a bottle, if you will. Cam Everroad finds her wide receiver, and that is 6 points for the touchdown, 7 after the extra point. The very next drive, the Falcons, Alasia Bishop recovered a bobbled snap by Jaya Lee. That increases that Falcons momentum. It keeps going. Once one thing, the boulder keeps rolling faster and faster. The Falcons, Cam Everroad again, finds Jesselyn Andrews, 18-yard touchdown, and it is Central 20-0 over Northridge. It's near the end of the playoffs, Jabari. These are heating up. These are the matchups. You need to win these, then you reach the postseason, and that's the real season, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right, Stu, thank you. Stick around. Coming right back. A creative Halloween guru decorates his home with a piles of pumpkin guts, and a car wash is offering to spice your ride for a good cause. Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
Halloween is upon us, and as such, upon this Iowa home is something very Halloweeny indeed. Gigantic pumpkin guts. What the rest of us normally remove and reserve for the refuse receptacle, creative mastermind Greg Dietzenbach painstakingly recreated, from the torn and tattered orange tendrils to the oversized seeds to those little flimsy carving knives that usually break in a matter of minutes, and draped it all upon his home for a surreal, silly, and spooky celebration. If Dietzenbach's name rings a bell, and with a name like Dietzenbach, how could it not? It's because his last kooky creation, the Monst-Door, went viral in 2022, serving up interactive scares to unsuspecting trick-or-treaters and buku views on social media. Dietzenbach has already posted his latest mad creation online and thanked his wife and kids for supporting his wacky Halloween hobby and his neighbor for helping get the messy monstrosity up on his roof. And from a Halloween home awash in pumpkin guts to a car wash awash in a pumpkin spice, which is a thing we needed, apparently. This pumpkin-spiced car wash in Boston may look like any other bubble-scrubbing biz, but it's when you take a whiff that you'll notice the difference.
Oh my gosh. It smells so good.
The fall fragrance normally reserved for festive frothy drinks is infused directly into the Ultra Shine upgrade. But this odoriferous effort isn't all fun and fall games. The owners are hoping to raise a pumpkin-spiced stink in a good way. Proceeds during the month of November will go to support Community Servings, a nonprofit providing holiday meals for ill and at-risk families and individuals. So, along with a clean car, you can have pumpkin spice and everything nice. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Pumpkin spice? I don't know. I don't know about that.
Cool.
Hey, well, it might.
I'm honestly all about everything pumpkin spice.
Yeah,
I don't know
okay.
why. My wife really liked just the original coffee. Give me flavor, give me pumpkin spice all day long. So that's just me.
All right.
The Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Classic game, that game that's coming up in December. Exciting news, Hillcrest Kendall Moorhead, a defensive lineman, invited to play in the game.
Oh,
so
cool.
he's going to have a chance to go play in that Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game that just came out from the AHSAA, the list.
Yeah. And fine weather.
Hey, so going to be pretty warm over the next several days. Calendar says the end of October are going to feel more like June. Temperatures in the mid, maybe some upper 80s for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
All right, that's it for us. Have a great evening.
See you.